Hi, welcome to a new video. In this video it's a little bit different than my normal videos about going out in my little Peugeot partner micro camper that I converted and doing photography and actually talking about the camper and giving tips and stuff like that. In this jigsaw, it was a hobby of mine. It's basically Wasgij jigsaws. Now if you don't know what these kind of jigsaws are, the picture on the box isn't the puzzle that you're actually doing. Something has changed or it's in the future and stuff like that. So if you're an avid collector of these, you know that there's over 180 of these, and if you've ever looked for a solution online to try and find out that, I guarantee you've come across my blog, because I've got the main list with all the solutions of literally every single puzzle out there. And the one thing is keeping track of those. So what I've done is I've created a spreadsheet and a PDF file that you can even then print off, and you can use it on laptop or mobile device, whether that's a tablet phone, Mac OS, Linux, whatever. Basically it works all over. So in this video I want to talk about how you can get it, how to use it, and so on and so forth. But before we get into that, please make sure you like and subscribe and click that bell icon to keep updated with all my videos. So anyway, let's roll the titles and get on with it. First of all, everything's going to be in chapters, so if you just want to skip to the instructions of using it on a laptop, you can do, and the same with mobile devices. But I'll give you the history of why I actually created this spreadsheet. Like I say, there's over 180 at last count of these kind of jigsaws, and we've all done it. I buy a lot of mine from car boots, which means, you know, you see one and you think, well, hang on, have I done that? Haven't I done that? So you buy it because it's only a few quid, and then you get back home and then you've got multiples of it. I mean, I've still got 20 individual ones to do, and in the loft I've got multiples of some of those. So we've all done it. And originally I created a Google Keep document, which basically Google Keep is a note-taking app, and you can do like checklists on there. It just didn't work out as well as I liked, so I wanted something a bit better, and as well that would actually link back to all the solutions on my website as well. So even if I get stuck, I can then just tap on it and then it'll go straight to my site instead of searching and so on. That's why I've created this. Now, first of all, the PDF, that's mainly for printing. Again, on the PDF it does link back to the solutions, but the spreadsheet, to make it easier for everybody, I've used Google Sheets, which, if you don't know what Google Sheets is, it's basically Google's version of Microsoft Excel online, and it's free to use. It's as simple as that. You just need a Google account to make use of this, because you need to make a copy to your own Google account, or to Google Drive in a sense. Even if you're watching this video a year after it's published, or 2 years after it's published, or whatever it is, it will be up to date at that point, because I try and keep it as up to date as possible. Though sometimes I do miss, like when the new one's released, like the time of releasing this video, there was a new Christmas one which I didn't realise came out in July. Someone sent me a thing to say that there was one out, and ironically a few days later someone from actually Australia sent me the completed puzzle so I could get it on the line. That's the reason for creating that page on the website, was just to help people, because I can't keep up to date with doing the actual jigsaws myself, so sometimes I do rely on other people. So again, if you do see on my website especially there's one that I haven't got on there yet, please let me know, and if you have completed the jigsaw, send me the completed image as well, because then that does help people out as well. Because like I say, money wise I don't make really that much money off the website, and I don't make that much money off these spreadsheets. It's just to help other people out. That's why it's there. I mean, to purchase the item as well, I mean, I've got the spreadsheet currently priced at £5.99 and the PDF at £2.49. Sometimes it does go on sale as well, so look out for that. That cost is only just to keep the site up and running, and me enabling doing this spreadsheet and things like that. To be honest, I don't really make any money out of it, but it's just to cover my costs, if you know what I mean. Payment is secure. I'm using PayPal as the main payment type, so that means that I don't hold any debit card, credit card details or anything like that. It's all dealt with through PayPal. You don't even need to have a PayPal account to actually buy it, because they're just like the middleman, if you know what I mean. So you can put in your card details. It's only saved once while you purchase it to PayPal, again, not to me. So what I'll do now is I'll show you how to actually purchase it. It's through my website. I'm going to be using the laptop for this just to make it easier, but if you're on a mobile device it's the same, because you're just accessing my website. So if you go to my website, links are in description for this. You can find the links to actually buy the product literally plastered all over my site. So if you actually go to the completed list of the jigsaws, which, and as you can see here, if we scroll down, that's all the list of the solutions, and if we click on, say, reveal solution on that one there and just scroll down, there's the solution for that jigsaw. And then up here you can see there's two links. You've got one for the PDF as well as one for the spreadsheet. So if we just click on one of those, just for instance that one, you may get adverts pop up. This is just because the website is funded by adverts. It's just, again, it keeps the site going. So if you do get anything like that, just click on close, and then it'll take you to the actual page. All you do is just click on buy it now. You put in your PayPal details or your credit card details, is you will get an email with confirmation that you've actually purchased it. And on that email, there will be a link. Now, this is dependent whether it's the spreadsheet or the PDF file. If it's the PDF file, you just click on that link and it will download the PDF to your device, whether that's on a computer or on a mobile device. It will either open it up or ask you to save it. So we'll go into that later on anyway. But if it's the spreadsheet one, what that actually does, it will then go to this page where you can actually click on download. Now, what this is doing is it will ask you to make a copy of like my master file into your Google account. So basically, if you've ever used any Google services, you've heard of the thing called Google Drive. That's their online storage. So what it does is it saves it there, but you don't even need to access it through Google Drive. You can go through to Google Sheets or whatever. So basically, all you do is click on that link, click on make a copy, and then you can see it's opened up. Now, because Google Sheets is an online spreadsheet, this will open up in whatever web browser you've got. In this case, I'm using Microsoft Edge on here, but whether that's Chrome, Firefox, or you're on a Mac, whether that's Safari, or Brave, whatever web browser, it doesn't make any difference. It will open up in your web browser. So from here, you can see this is the first page. It just tells you a quick little bit about it and about how to actually use it. Now, the first thing that I would recommend is to actually make a copy of the copy, if you know what I mean. So then you will have in your Google Drive or Google Sheets, you will have the file that you've downloaded plus then another copy. So if anything happens, something happens with the original spreadsheet that you've got, you delete something by accident or something like that, you've got a copy to go back to. So to actually do that, you will see normally a menu at the top. If you don't, you see this arrow by the side here. You can click that and it hides the menu and then shows the menu from there. So if we just click on File and go to Make a Copy, it will ask you to make a copy of it. So you can call that whatever you want and just go Make a Copy. That will then open in another window. You can then close down the original one because that's your master. Again, you can rename these within Google Drive or even in Google Sheets. So you can see here is the actual like I say, the first page. It gives you the basics, so this is what I'm going through here. So at the bottom, you've got like welcome, which is that page. You've then got original, which is the list of the original puzzles, Destiny, Mystery, Christmas, others. And then that is the smaller ones or the licensed ones in there as well. And then you've got a printing sheet, which is basically what the PDF is. And like I say, if you buy the spreadsheet, you get like, in a sense, the PDF, because you can say this as a PDF. And to use it, so if we go to say original and you've got say number 1 in the original, all you do is just tap or click on this box here. You will see it graze it out and put lines through it, so then you know that it's there. And again, if we say we've got number 5 and scroll down and scroll down, and because it's Google Sheets, it saves it automatically. You don't need to click on save, so you won't lose anything that you've actually done. But the one thing, like I say, because it does link back to my website, you can see here, like I say, there's the description. The picture there isn't the solution, that is the picture that's on the box. And you can see by the side here it says show solution. Now if you just hover over that or tap on it, you will get a pop-up and you will see that's the actual solution. Click on that pop-up there, it will then open into this window again, going to the solution for that. And again, then you can still go back to the other tab. Now with the spreadsheet, trying to print from the individual like sheets, the original, Destiny, Mystery and so on is hard, and it'll take so many pages. So what I've done is I've created this one called printing sheet at the end. So then if you go onto that, you can see that's a list again of all the actual puzzles there. Again, each one of those does have a link back to the original. So if you want to save that as a PDF, you go to File, then Download, then go to PDF. It'll ask you where you want to, like how to save it, which is on these. It takes up at the moment 5 pages. Remember, if there's new puzzles around, then this will be slightly longer as well. And then you just click on Export, and then it will download that into your downloads directory or wherever you've got it set. And then you can go into there. Again, you can then rename it or whatever. And if you want then that as PDF, you just double click on that and then it will open up from there. So now if you just purchase the PDF itself, like I say, you will get a download link. It will open it up automatically into a new tab. Again, with PDFs, most people now, it opens up on your computer through your web browser, again, whether that's Safari, Chrome, whatever. So with the PDF here, again, each link, each one is a link back to the original solution on my website. The only thing is this isn't tickable. The PDF is not interactive in that way. So mainly this is for printing. Like here, I've got this on 3 sheets. The one thing that I find is actually being, if you want it printed, is to print it so that you can have it in your wallet or your purse or something like that. So if you do want to print this, again, this is dependent on your web browser, so things may be slightly different, but you will probably see a print icon there. If you then go onto that, on mine, I haven't got a printer set up. I've just got it saying to print PDF. So if you've got like a laser printer set up or whatever, it will show you printer there. On here as well, what I was talking about printing multiple sheets on a page, if you go down here to more settings, again, this is down to your printer setup. So this may be slightly different, but again, you have pages per sheet. Now in this case, like I say here, I've got, like in a sense, 2 sheets per page, so it's taking up 3 sheets of paper. But you can set that to 4, so then that'll be smaller sheets, and that will then only take up basically 2 sheets. But the second sheet is the old licensed ones, so the main bulk is on those 2. So then you can print that off and basically keep that in your, like I say, purse, wallet or whatever. So you've easily got it to hand, and then you can mark off with a pen and actually use it. But you can still go back to the original PDF, because wherever you've saved it, normally it saves it in downloads directory, but you can move that to your documents or whatever. Again, that's dependent on your computer. I won't go into that here. And then from there, you can then open that up at any point and still click on the one that you've got. Open the PDF up, tap on that, and it will go straight to my site as well. Like I said earlier, there's this little button here. If you press that, that hides the menu. So then you're getting a little bit more on screen. But if you do want to see more of these in one list, if you get what I mean, you can change the zoom range. Now again, dependent on the resolution and monitor, but what you can do is you can then set this as a zoom ratio, so we can go down on this automatically to 45%. You can still just about read it, but then it makes it easier at a glance to actually tick those. Again, the next time you open the spreadsheet, it will remember that zoom range, and then you can just go back to the original 100% zoom from there if you want. If you want to make a shortcut of the spreadsheet, say onto your desktop on your computer, again, this is slightly different dependent on the web browser, but the principles again are still the same. Normally you've got these 3 dots in the corner of your web browser here, which is your menu system. So if you go down to there, you've then got, in this case, on this, it's apps. On, I think, another web browser, it's make a shortcut, something like that. So again, just look for this. So then you've got on this one, like I say, this is on Edge. You click on apps and then install this as an app, and this will then ask you what app you want to install. So if we put, again, Wasgij, right, that opens up then in a new window, and it'll ask you now whether you want to pin this to the taskbar, pin it to your start menu, or add shortcut to your desktop. So if I click on allow now, you will now see on my desktop I've got one called Wasgij Spreadsheets. If I just double tap on that, that will then open in a new window like that. If you get stuck or you've lost the file or anything else, all you need to do is, whichever web browser you do, you can just go to Google Sheets. So I mean, if we just type in Sheets, you can even just Google that, just go to sign in there. That will take you to Google Sheets, and you can see here, you know, I've got multiple copies here because of testing it out and everything else, but then basically you can then access your file from there. You just click on it and then it will open straight back up. Again, that's stored online, so it's not stored on your computer, so even if you change computer or anything else, you can still access that file. All you need to do is go to any web browser and then just go to Google Sheets, log into your account, and then you've got it there as well. I mean, again, the spreadsheet is up to date as basically when you've bought it, but if you find you need to add more puzzles to this list, you can easily do that yourself. On the end of each sheet there's a blank one, and you can see there's a tick box, there's no text, but it's just got just so solution online. Again, that's not a link on this one. Click on the number that it is, it will highlight that row, and then what you can then do is you can right click and then go to copy, and if I do this here and then go to paste, you will see then you've got another one. So again, if you wanted to add your own jigsaw, you can just put any text in there so that it makes it easier. You can change the formatting if you want. So we can change the font there to, you know, bigger and a different font, you know, and then you can add your own text in there if you want. And then again, to mark that one off, again, just click on that and then that will highlight it off. The only thing is, like I say, it hasn't got what I do the work for, which is put the artwork in as well as then the description. But it enables you to carry on using this spreadsheet. Again, if you do want, you can still use the original link that you had, and that will download the latest version of that. The only thing is anything that you've actually ticked off on your spreadsheet won't be on that new copy. So you can either add yourself or you can re-download it. So I'm going to move on to the mobile device now. Now, like I say, I'm going to use a tablet here, but this will be the same whether it's an Android phone, an iPhone, or even an iPad. Whatever mobile device, it will be the same. You can use the spreadsheet in like horizontal mode, or you can use it in vertical. I'm going to use it in vertical. I'll pop it on the screen this side, that side. Now, being a mobile device, it's actually better because what you can actually do for the spreadsheet is download the Google Sheets app, which will make this better. You don't need it, you can still use it in a web browser, but it makes it a little bit easier to actually use. So all you need to do is go to your app store, in my sense, say like the Play Store, then search for Sheets, and you will then see Google Sheets, and you can see I've got an update for it. I'm not going to do that now, but basically that's then installed. So like I say, once you bought the actual spreadsheet, you'll be directed to this page, or this will be on your email link as well. So then on here you can see at the bottom a button that says download. So if you just tap on that, what that will do is ask you to make a copy, and what this is going to do is make a copy into your own Google account, so Google Drive, Google Sheets, etc. So if you click on make a copy of that, so that then will open up into Google Sheets. Now Google Sheets is very simple to use. Basically it's separated out into the different categories of the jigsaws. So down at the bottom you've got welcome, you've then got original, destiny, mystery, Christmas, and if you scroll along you've then got others, which is the like licensed ones or the smaller ones and stuff like that. And then you've also got the printing sheet, which is what is the PDF as well, that you do get included within the spreadsheet. So if we just go to the original, first of all, what it would be recommended is to actually make a copy of the spreadsheet, so then you'll have two in your Google account. So if you do happen to mess anything up on the spreadsheet or anything like that, you can go back to then the original. So all you do is you tap on the three dots at the top. You've then got like your menu system. If you click on share and export and then make a copy, right, it'll ask you for a name, so you can call that whatever you want. We're just using that for an instance. That will then make a copy and then open up that copy. So if anything, like I say, goes wrong, you've then got your original to go to. The one thing you can do if you don't see everything on the screen is you can actually pinch to zoom. That's especially with the app. If you've got it through the web browser, you can't do that. And all you do is just pinch to zoom and you can see more on the screen. The first thing you'll see is the actual welcome screen. This just tells you about it, how to actually use it, which is what I'm explaining here. So if we just tap on the original one here, you can see then you've got a list of all the puzzles. So if I scroll down here, and you'll see by the side is a picture. Now that picture is the picture on the box, not the actual solution. To get to the solution of that one, if you want to get to it, on the side here you've got one saying show solution online. If you tap on that, it'll open up like a pop-up, and then if you just tap on that one, it will then go to your web browser and then open up the solution for that image, and then you can just go back to Google Sheets to mark off the ones that you've actually got. So say on this one we've got original here, say you've got number one, all you do is you just tap on the square box on the left hand side next to each one. You can see then it highlights it, strikes through the text as well to make it easier to actually know that you've actually got that one. And you can then do that with multiples. If you've accidentally ticked one that you haven't got, you can just press on that box again and it will then take it away. Like I say, this is in Google Sheets, so if you have come out of Google Sheets and you want to go back to it, if you just open the app up, you will see the list of the spreadsheets on there, and you just tap on it. But what you can do, this is on Android, I'm not too sure if this is on iOS devices, but if you tap on the three dots there, you've got share and export, and then there's one add to home screen. If you tap on that, it'll ask you to just add it to the home screen. I'm using a different launcher, so this may be slightly different, and then just tap on add to home screen, and like I say, that will then add an icon to your home screen, so then you can easily go back straight into there. But like I say, you can just go into Google Sheets and access it that way as well. Now, like I say, I keep the spreadsheet as up to date as possible, and it will be up to date as the time you actually purchased it. But say if there's a new puzzle come out, you can add your own ones to this list as well. The alternative is you can actually use the original download link, and that will download a new copy of the latest one. So say you've bought this, and then in a year's time there's 5-6 new puzzles come out, and you want that new spreadsheet, you can click on that link. It will download a new copy to your Google account, and then you can tick them off. The only thing is it won't remember what you've ticked off in your original one, so you'll have to go through it again. But if you don't want to do that and you want to add your own, you can see, if I scroll down to the bottom here, you can see there's a blank one. You can just type in there, but what you can actually do is, if you just tap on the side, say like the number here, you'll see it's highlighted the whole row. So then what you can do is, if you just tap and hold, pop up, and if you go copy and just go on to the next row, and then you can go paste, and you will see that's added a new one there. The spreadsheet I'm using here is a slightly older version, so there will be a few extra on there for you anyway. So you've got enough for like another few years without having to add to it. And again, like I say, you can download the original file, the latest file, if you need it. Now, printing this, to print the whole spreadsheet from the individual ones, that will take a lot of sheets of paper. So like I say, on the end there's one called printing sheet, and this is what is, in a sense, the PDF. Now, you will get a link within your email as well as on that other page to actually download the PDF, the latest PDF. But if you do want to print, and it's easier to print from that, but if you do want to print from this, you can. Now, this is dependent on if you've got a printer set up and everything else. I'd really recommend printing it from a desktop computer. And again, if you've got a desktop, if you just go to open any web browser or go to Google Sheets, you'll be able to see the actual file on there, because remember, Google Sheets is online, so it's cloud storage, so it's not stored locally, and it's just a bit easier to print. But you can print it from mobile devices if you do have that facility. If you again tap on the 3 dots up there, you've got one, share and export, and then print. The only problem is with printing sometimes off the mobile device, it wants to print the whole workbook, in a sense, not the particular sheet. So if we just tap down on the top there, you can see it's saying pages all 39. You may have the option to print a specific worksheet, which those are the tabs down at the bottom. If it doesn't do that, it's a bit fiddly, but you see all 39. The actual printing sheet is 5 pages, so you can tell it a range. So you can go into there and go 35 to 39, because like I say, it's 5 pages, as long as you just tap away, and you can see now that will print those 5 pages. That will take 5 sheets of paper. The advantage of doing it through a computer is you can set it for multiple sheets. So in the respect of this, I've got like 2 sheets per page, and if you want it in a wallet or something like that, you can print 4 sheets per page. If you just purchase the spreadsheet on its own, the PDF file, basically when you actually purchase it, like, you will get a link to actually download or open it as well. It will automatically open it. Now, dependent on, again, your device, you may have, it will open up in, like I say, your web browser. I've already got it saved here, but you can then save it. In this case, it's save and replace, or open it. If you actually save that, that will save it to your device, but then you can then open it up from wherever you've saved it as well. So if we then open it up, now in this case, with it being a mobile device, depending on the PDF viewer that you've actually got, I'm using the Google Drive PDF viewer on here, but it will still open in whatever PDF viewer you've actually got. And you can see here, that's the actual complete list. Now, this isn't interactive, it isn't an interactive PDF in the respect of that you can tick it. This is more for printing, but it is interactive in the respect of, if you tap on one of those for the solution, it will then go to my web page for that actual solution of that one. So then if we go back now to the PDF, the idea of this is to actually print it. Again, I would recommend printing this from a desktop because you have more options to actually do, but if you really do want to print it, and if you want to see how to print it, just go back in the video slightly to the computer one. But then to print off a mobile device, if you tap on the 3 dots at the top, across the top, you've then got print. Now, mine, I haven't got a printer set up, so that's the way it's saying save to PDF, but it will show you printer there. And then you've got options, so you can have all 5 pages, whether it's in colour and everything else, but it will print on 5 sheets of paper. So if you do want it that it is on separate sheets like this one is on 3 sheets, that's 2 pages per page, if you know what I mean. Or you can have it, which is best for putting in a wallet or something like that, is actually to print 4 sheets per page, and then you can use a pen to actually mark them off while you're out and about. Again, I'd recommend printing that off a computer because it makes it a lot easier for that. Well, anyway, I hope you found that useful, and if you, like I say, you want to purchase the spreadsheet or the PDF, like I say, links in the description, and I hope that's been informative. Again, if you do get stuck with anything, please leave a comment, or you can even reply to me from the email that you had when you actually purchased it, and I will get back to you with any slight little problems. And like I say, it is as updated as possible to the time you actually purchase it. Well, anyway, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. So if you like this and you want to see more, especially me being out in the camper and stuff like that, because that's what my main thing is on this channel, please like and subscribe and do all that kind of YouTube stuff, because it does help me out. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. So thank you and bye for now. Bye.